I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Well, I've got the Doerr grinder painted and I'm starting to do the assembly. This kind of fussy work and it takes a long time, so I'm going to break this up into shorter sections. I did that survey and you guys said that you like shorter sections, so that's good. I'm just going to be able to put in the base and get the capacitor mounted and get the wire strung in through there. But I'll show you a couple of major decisions that I made as I was going along and a few changes and tips that will make life easier for you down the road. Now, with the world being what it is, I'm going to have to start commercializing because, quite frankly, I'm a little worried about money. Yeah, times being what they are, my wife works for a gym, and in Michigan, there's a good chance they're going to shut the gyms down again. She used to work for the Sisters of St. Joseph and went to work instead for a friend at the kids' gym, and it's a great job. She started 2 weeks ago, and now I can't mention the name of the circumstance, but we all know that it's something that you get through your nose. So, if everybody's freaking out about that, then they might just close the gym, which will mean no income for the Sneelock's Workshop because I'm retired. I got nothing. So I have to start being a productive member of the group, and that means that I'm selling merchandise. Yeah, I sell t-shirts and coffee cups, and heck, I can even sell what was it they said? Stickers. Somebody asked about stickers. Yes, I can make stickers up. So, if you look at the down below the video, there's a little market where you can buy Sneelock merch. Yeah, and I know, I really hate doing this. This is just like the pits. But needs must when the devil drives. When you live in a world where it's run by people with the capacity for thought of a snail, then you just got to deal with it. So anyways, take a look at the merchandise, see if you like anything, and help out an old man. We'll start on the assembly now. Fun stuff. We're heading on the trail towards home. I could do this after I had the base on it, but then I'd just be fighting down in a little tight spot to work with, and with these big mitts that I got, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work as well. I mean, I can always work with forceps and needle nose pliers and tweezers and things like that, but why bother if I don't have to? Two wires for the capacitor. White wire goes to red, black wire goes to black. Simple enough. Nicely painted. This not so nicely painted, but I didn't polish out all the doohickeys and things on there because they're going to get covered up. Now this is only held on with 2 screws. And it originally had a lock washer underneath the head of the screw. And that sounds like a good deal, except this hole is oblong, it's oval shaped. So your lock washer, chances are it's going to skip around in there, and then the locking part, which is the split, see that split there? That's going to fall in the gap, and it's just not going to work. So you put a flat washer underneath there so that when you tighten it up, the flat washer bridges the gap. and makes the lock washer work. It also prevents a problem that you have when you're working with aluminum castings. A lock washer will just gouge the casting. Something fierce. Now if it's a one-time assembly like the guys who built this grinder hoped, then it's not a problem. I mean, you're going to tighten it up and it's going to stay there. No worries. Then along comes somebody like me. Now you said, Dave, you said never use an impact driver on assembly. Well, this screw takes a really large Phillips head. And if I'm careful, and I'm a professional, I get paid to do this. Well, not anymore, but I used to. I know what I'm doing. Am I recommending that you try it? No, absolutely not. Do not try this at home under any circumstances. You will more than likely screw something up. Tighten it up by hand. Best if you have a torque wrench. I understand people don't normally have torque wrenches in their toolkits. I mean, it's a rare time that anybody does have a torque wrench in their toolkit. And if you don't, then be very, very careful. Now, which wire goes where? Well, this doesn't really care. Big thing you're looking for is don't have the two wires touch. Now in this particular case, it doesn't matter what polarity it is. It just goes on there and comes off. So you put the power into this leg and it comes out of that leg, or vice versa. It doesn't make any difference. It just goes in and comes out. Now this capacitor was a replacement. Why do I say that? Well, because there it is. The clip doesn't fit. They had to put tape around the outside to make it hold. And that is an indication that it's not the right one, because if I was buying this thing and saying, okay, I'm going to pay money for this clip and pay money for this capacitor, I'm going to say I want to have them both fit. They have to fit together. I don't want to pay money to have to put tape around the outside of the capacitor just to get it to stay. Got it? Okay. Son of a gun, that was a pain. But we got it. There we go, solidly anchored. Wire set, everything looks good. Now I need to get a wire up through this so that I can provide power to this system. And I thought about it long and hard and decided that what I was going to do is use this really nice connector here with a Chinese handcuff on it to supply the power to the grinder. Chinese handcuff is a bit of a problem getting the wire through it, but we'll manage. As long as I'm pulling on it this direction, it wants to slide. The minute I try and go the other direction, it grips on and pulls it really tight. So this is a good design. It's a great strain relief, but it's just not watertight because there's a rubber ring in there that's supposed to fit around the cable and snugly grip it, and that's supposed to prevent it from ever having any water in there. So what do I do about that situation? Well, once I get this installed, and slid up through there, and because of the design of this thing, it's got two posts there that grip the nut on the connector. It's actually kind of handy. It does cause me to have to turn the wire though. It can be kind of a pain in the butt. Not a serious one though. There. Now as you can see, I can't pull that wire out, and that's good. So how do I stop water from coming through there? Getting into my wiring again, into my motor, into the whole thing. Just bad idea. Now this is lifetime guarantee, 100% silicone clear, mold free, 7-year product protection, fights bacteria and fungus, 30-minute water ready, permanently waterproof. Lifetime guarantee will not shrink, crack, break down, wash away, or yellow. I think I got it. The handiest little things. I get them at Hobby Lobby. You can, they come in a full size here, and I just break them down to fit the size job that I'm doing. Making sure I got a good layer down in there, packed in around that wire. There. Now this is the hard part for me. I have to walk away. You guys get to keep doing whatever you're going to be doing because it's not going to be like 2 seconds for you. But for me, it's a half an hour. That means I'm going to go on and do other things. I'm going to stop this video right here. I'm going to let it save. I'll upload it to the internet and you guys can watch up to this point. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.